Good morning, dear students, and a very warm welcome to all of you again to our Social Science 2 Geography classes. Children, in the previous class, we discussed the types of resources, where we discussed basic parameters on which we discussed different types. For example, on the basis of origin, where we saw biotic resources and abiotic resources. After that, children, on the basis of exhaustibility, where we discussed renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Then we discussed on the basis of ownership, where we saw that the claim of the resources belongs to whom. For example, individual resources, community owned resources, then national resources, then international resources. After that, children, now we are going to study on the basis of status of development. Children, again in this parameter, status of development. Development talks about a change towards positive end. So status is actually the position of the resources, which shows whether the status is going high towards development, or is that only a potential. So we will see number one, potential resources. Resources which are found in a region but have not been utilized. For example, we have ample of resources at land A, but we are unable to utilize that resource which is found in land A. So that is coming under the category of potential resource, where we are not exploiting, where we are not interacting with that resource. Next is developed resources. Resources which are surveyed and their quality and quantity have been determined for utilization. Means developed. The survey is being done already to those resources, and it has been shown that their quality, means the quality of the resources, to what quality are they and in what quantity they are being found, they determine the utilization. The development of resources depends upon technology and the level of their feasibility. Now, for example, if you have a bottle of fresh milk, children, so that milk is again in terms of utilization. Suppose if you don't have a refrigerator, you just have to boil it and drink it again. Then if you have a refrigerator, children, you can use that milk to form curd. You can have different shakes out of it. Again here, children, feasibility. How feasible is that resource which can be utilized into different purposes with the help of technology. And the third category on the basis of status of development is stock. Stock in general means stock, something which you have extra in number, isn't it? We say this pen is kept in the stock, I'll take it from that stock. So anything which is kept in extra. Children, now minerals in the environment which have the potential to satisfy the appropriate technology to access these are included among stock. For example, water is a compound of two gases, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen can be used as a rich source of energy, but we do not have advanced technical knowledge to use it for this purpose. So children, we have water. Water is a combination of hydrogen. The formula for water is H2O. So hydrogen plus oxygen. Then we say that we know water is a compound where we have these hydrogen and oxygen, where we can utilize these two in different aspects, but we don't have that technology where we can derive hydrogen separately from water. Thus it is just considered as a stock. After that, children, comes reserve. Now did you see stock and reserve, they go simultaneously, hand in hand. Children, reserves are the subset of the stock which can be put into use with the help of existing technical knowledge, but their use has not been started. Reserve, we always say our petrol is in reserve. After reserve, the car can go on for so many kilometers. So reserve is something which you don't use unless and until you are into need of that. So the resources which are known as reserves are there put with the help of existing technical knowledge, but their uses have not been started. These can be used for meeting future requirements, isn't it? Our car or any other vehicle has a sufficient and a fixed amount for reserve. So as soon as we come into that reserve section, children, then we start using that. So by now our resources which are into reserve have not been utilized. Now children, after discussing the parameters of the types of resources, children, now we should see that how development of resources take place. Resources are vital for human survival as well as for maintaining the quality of life. Children, our life, if we look around, everywhere we see different resources, be it biotic resources or abiotic resources or man-made resources, children. Then we can truly and confidently say this, that our life is completely relying on this world which is full of resources, children. As a result, human beings are using these resources indiscriminately, and this is leading to the various problems, children. Children, we are not thinking of future time. We are just utilizing these resources without giving a second thought. We are using all the natural resources, be it non-renewable, to this extent, such ruthlessly, that we don't see our future generations be able to utilize those resources. Our Mother Earth is depleting day by day. The resources are degrading day by day, children. How we are causing problems? Let us see. Depletion of resources for satisfying the greed of few individuals. Then accumulation of resources in few hands, which in turn are dividing the society into two segments, that is haves and have nots, that is rich or poor. We have two sections, children. Two sections where one section is rich, one is poor. Richer section is having all the benefits, all the resources, whereas poor section is always deprived of various resources, children. The next point, indiscriminate exploitation of resources has led to global ecological crises such as global warming, ozone layer depletion, environmental pollution, and land degradation. Children, we all are aware of these various, global issues like global warming. We all are using different electronic items, air conditioners, refrigerators, which are having the depletion, the occurrence of CFCs, which are ultimately going into the atmosphere. When they are reaching the atmosphere, children, they are depleting our ozone layer, because of which ozone layer is getting lot of suffering. It has that ozone layer is getting lot of depletion in it, children. The quality is degrading because it is the protective shield, children, in our atmosphere for ourselves, for us, that is the Mother Earth, children. And then after global warming, we have ozone layer depletion, then we have environmental pollution, children. We all are living in a world which is full of technological advancement, children, where we have vehicles, different electronic gadgets and everything. Children, for our easy access to different parts of the country, we are using these vehicles and modes of transportation, which in return is leading to environmental degradation and pollution, children. Last but not the least, children, the major problem which is being faced by everyone over this planet is land degradation, children. Children, land which is available on our earth is being degraded every day by individuals, children, through deforestation, through pollution, through dumping of waste, then through mining, through quarrying, children, for all other activities, children. We all are causing lot of pressure on land, children. So these are various problems which are taking place with the development of resources simultaneously, children. Now, After these children, now we should see that what measures can be brought down, what measures can put a stop to these depletion, to these pollution, to these degradations which are being taking place. We can take care of sustainable development, children. Children, sustainable development here itself is giving the meaning. For example, break the word sustainable. Sustain, able. To sustain, able to sustain means to stay, and development, to stay for a longer time. Development is a change on a positive end. So the ability to stay even for a future time is known as sustainable development if you break the word. Now let us see what it actually means. Sustainable development, children, means that development which should take place without damaging the environment and preserving and conserving the resources for future also, children, is known as sustainable development. Now, once we are knowing that we can have the utilization of resources, children, and we can have sustainable development also, then we should always aim for, children, resource planning. Again, here the term itself is telling you the meaning resource and planning, where what kind of strategies, what kind of ideas can be imposed to resources with which we can have development and sustainability also, children. Now let us see what resource planning has to say. Planning is the widely accepted strategy for judicious use of resources. It has importance in a country like India, which has enormous diversity in the availability of resources, children. There are regions which are rich in certain type of resources but are deficient in some other resources. Children, we all know that resources are not equally distributed everywhere. Do we have same amount of gold everywhere? Do we have same amount of plants everywhere? Do we have same amount of land everywhere? Do we have same amount of water everywhere? No, certainly not. Therefore, we have unequal distribution of resources over the earth's surface. So, we can have places which are rich in resources, whereas we can have places which are not rich in some other resources. There are some regions which can be considered as self-sufficient in terms of availability of resources, and children, there might be some regions which must be having shortage of those resources. For example, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh are rich in minerals and coal deposits, but they are lacking infrastructural development on a higher note. State of Rajasthan is very well endowed with solar and wind energy, but lacks water resources. On one side, we can derive enormous wind energy from Rajasthan. On one side, we can derive enormous energy of sun from Rajasthan, but can we derive water energy from Rajasthan? No, children. So not all the places have equal amount of resources over the earth's surface. Therefore, for planning, children, for planning anything, children, we need to have the correct information, correct idea, strong concepts in mind, so that we can have the best possible strategies to plan for resources. Now, children, these planning, they call for balanced resources available over the earth's surface. If we do planning of resources, it will be leading to balanced amount of resources, so that if a place is not rich in some resource, we can have the majority of utilization of the resources which are present in that place. Thus, children, planning involves lot of steps, lot of levels, which creates a useful strategy and which is brought into execution, children. Now, children, after understanding this, I would like you to note down the important points which I am going to attach with this presentation, so that you can go through the chapter content and you can learn the important points of the notes which are being attached with this presentation. Thank you and have a nice day, children. Hope this content was useful, and If you have any kind of problem, children, you are free to ask. One more important announcement, children: if you don't have any fare register, do not worry, children. You can always note down the important questions which you need to write, or the notes which you need to note down. You can start doing it in the previous year copies, so that you have the notes ready with you. Once the lockdown is over, you may get the copies, and then we can start with the work. Thank you so much, and have a nice day, children.